Welcome to a showcase of the Art of Rust server from the April 2025 wipe. This is a creative server with some of the most unique custom-made workshop skins, base build plugins, and art painted inside the game, created by regular players like you and me. Every month, the admins playing create a town on a new map with a new theme, and this month was Ancient Civilizations. At the end of each wipe, the admins host a tour of a random selection of bases submitted by players at the town's community station from over the month. These tours run for a few hours, so I picked out my favorite builds that fit the theme this wipe to show you guys, and this time I brought some of the players from the community together to talk about their experiences with Rust and why they like the Art of Rust server. Before I hand the talking over to the players, I've released some new merch over at drizza.com, link in the description, and the store is attached to my profile here if you want to grab yourself some cool clothes. Now, here's some of the amazing art and creative builds made this wipe and thoughts from the players.
I came to Art of Rust only a few months ago. Everyone was extremely welcoming, especially since I've never done art in Rust. There's a lot of different things in the server, so it's a little bit harder to navigate. Everyone was also really encouraging too. In terms of this server versus other servers, I feel like the community is just so amazing and so welcoming, and just like whatever project you want to do, no matter how big, they're always willing to help and down to collaborate, which makes everything so much, I don't know, it's a community effort. And it just makes things so much better. I joined, I think, in January, and now I've done my first base tour, and I hosted my own art class too, which was really, really cool. And it's amazing that there's such like legends here, and they're able to come and learn from me, and I can learn from them too. I came into Rust with like very little experience, and then I found this server through a Monstera and wholesome video. Like, I didn't even know half this stuff existed. Like, I just thought it was a survival game. It can be about that, but it's so much more.
I found Rust through YouTube. I didn't have Rust my first experience with it. I watched it for a year before I even got a PC, and when I finally got Rust, I played PvP up until I think August of last year. I was actually playing with a quad, and I started making art in game because one of them placed down a canvas and I never thought to try it. After that wipe, I found Monstera on YouTube because YouTube is listening to me all the time, and discovered AOR. And when I joined, not many people were on the server, but it was just an experience that I can't really describe with words. The community was extremely wholesome. The community is extremely nice. It's very welcoming as well. Like, even if there weren't that many people on, just the environment and how people treated you is a whole new experience altogether. It's quite difficult to play certain games, aka Rust. I've had a lot of toxic experiences in PvP, being a female gamer. Coming to AOR, I got an experience I never had before. I feel like it brings out a side in Rust that a lot of people haven't explored yet, and I don't think any other game has achieved quite what Rust has achieved. I don't think enough people explore the creative side of Rust, and I hope that from discovering this server that more people will be inclined to try a more creative viewpoint to Rust.
I'm Bob, and I've joined this server last month. I found out about Rust from videos a couple years ago. It's not always about PvPing and all the other facts in this game that all these chads used to do. I met somebody in one of the charity events, I think it was Daryl, who brought me into this community, into the art community, which actually made me meet so many great people around me in the server. And all these players who play this normally are players who enjoy RPing and who enjoy having fun and spending their time talking to other people and meeting them and seeing what they do and all this art. Rust can be different, and I mean, you don't think about it when you start a game where you see some crazy players just having 10,000 hours and PvPing all day, and that's how Rust is supposed to be. But whenever you realize that there's a different side behind it, this is what you can do. Like, Rust has two different sides in this.
Honestly, Rust to me is about the freedom to do anything that I dreamed of doing as a kid in a video game. I always thought that I wanted to have this amazing game where I could build castles and have like a medieval style gameplay, but also have all my friends there and interact and whatnot. And then I found Rust. I saw the potential to build and expand with your friends and make it more about the team that you can build and the people that you meet. You see these videos where people are building art galleries on other servers, and it goes fantastic. Everyone is honestly really respectful, and there's other artists they meet that contribute to it, and it's inspiring. So I love what I've seen in Rust, and that's how we can continue to inspire other people, I feel like.
I think Rust is heading in the right direction, and I hope Rust continues to support us not only as artists, but creative minds, and creativity just in the game overall is just what Rust needs. Adding more things for us to be more creative on our own and making something different from other players. Add on to what Bob said is that it's not just about fighting in PvP. It really is about being creative and being your own person. I think that having each individual item that allows us to be creative is what's making the game better, and I hope that they continue to support us in that way and continue to make things that we can be unique to ourselves with.
I think a problem with Rust is that when new players come in, they think that, it's filled with toxicity. In reality, it's a really good place. When you come here, see the art, see how creative people really can be and how nice they are, it really changes your aspect of the game. Sometimes when new players come in and they see the vanilla and the PvP, they experience those, you lose your loot, you lose all your hard-earned builds, and it becomes demotivating in a way, and hard to look at the game as fun. But when you come to servers like Art of Rust, it can be so much different experience than that vanilla grind type of game. It's really what you make it, and I think that's the problem people they have is like they think that the game is all toxic, but it's really what you make it. Hanging with these guys, going to vanilla servers and making art is probably one of the funnest things I've ever done.
One thing about Rust that I've noticed, any game you ask like, hey, what's the game about? What's the storyline? In Rust, there isn't really a storyline. I mean, there's a beginning and there's an end, but how you get there and what you do along the way is completely up to you. It's all community driven. It's amazing. It's what a concept. It's unlike anything else, and it's created this effect that creates creativity in all kinds of pockets and all kinds of ways. We have the freedom to create our own storyline. It's made for such amazing movies and shorts and everything you can think of, but honestly, Rust movies are better than some movies I've seen, many movies I've seen come out of regular production studios. They've really done so much for us, and so much more than any other game studio ever.
I don't really mess with the debug or any type of recording, but I have messed around with Rust Edit, and I am extremely grateful that Rust allows you to do everything that the devs can do. I don't think any other game really offers you that option to be able to test around and make something your own. Being able to mess with the tools that they mess with to test the game to its limit, I believe it helps them as well, seeing what we can do, because not everyone thinks the same, and I think that's the key component to this, and the reason they allow us to be so creative with everything and allow us to use everything that they have, because not everybody has the same brain. Not all of us are going to create the exact same castle, not all of us are going to create the exact same video. Having uniqueness to the individual, like I said before, is what really makes the game. Even though Rust is a video game, you put your personality behind a character. You're doing something creative, you're online, you're talking to people, you have a character, you can be unique to your character. So I really think that that's what makes it,
I think a big thing that inspired me in this game was that you could create workshop skins. They give creators, the item shop gives creators the option to create your own skin. That inspired me so much to become a 3D artist. Not only that, but then became a 2D artist. I think, it really brought out the creativity in me. Everybody's creativity within the game, it really brings you to you want to do more. Seeing all the people that affect the game really just inspire you. You want to do more. You see someone that does a better build or a better art piece, you're like, man, I want to work up to that. And I think that's a big thing that makes you want to be creative in Rust for sure.
Rust for me lately has been a even better way to connect with my wife. She is an artist in real life. I've been on Art of Rust a lot and been doing paintings, and she actually decided to join and has been doing paintings in Art of Rust as well. So now we both are playing at the same time together, and it's really strengthened our relationship.
I came from mainly PvP servers. It was a primitive server. You know, so used to waking up to being offline raided, waking up to broken bags. I woke up to art this time and it blew me away. I didn't even know people did that in Rust.
You don't realize what people go through in the background when you're playing with them. You don't realize what they're going through when you're talking to them. You don't know what their life is daily. You just got to take it in account and just treat everybody equally and try to have some respect for everybody. And yeah, that's it.
If you're interested in playing the server for yourself, head down to the description where you'll find all of the Art of Rust links. Make sure you go to the Discord where you'll find information on all the mods and commands, as well as the game server announcements where the theme each wipe is posted, as well as any other details. And that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.